Rose of old Japan, I'm coming back to you. There in old Japan, you'll make
So
pleasant
apparently we stopped the recording just before Domo was ready to share with us his haiku. So this is a little postscriptum.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for sticking with us until the end of the video, and we will say goodbye to you with this week Domo's haiku. So you can go ahead and share it with us.
All right, guys. So, just a quick kind of overview. With haiku, there are two different types of haiku. One is the ichibutu shitate. If I'm pronouncing that right, I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that right. But it's the ichibutu shitate is what is the typical haiku that you would see, like from someone by Matsuo Basho, right? They have a kigo in a what they call it, pirime, which is like a like a certain words that's used to just like create pause in the haiku, and then there's the easy one, the very the one that is more beginner friendly. It's called
Right.
the Tortiawase. It's what I mentioned at the top of the episode. And for the Tortiawase, literally, literally, it's actually I've never seen any haiku like this, and maybe it's maybe not that super popular of a of a format, but it's so for the haiku, as you guys may know, it's 575. That's the construction, and for the Tortiawase, what you do is you have you pick anything of note that happened in your day or something you want to write about. And one of the examples that they had on this website that I was reading about it on was it was literally nagai tegami o kakitai hi. That's their topic for the haiku. And then for that topic, all you do is add on a kigo, a seasonal word or phrase, and that's your haiku. So it's usually 12. The first 12 of your haiku,
Right.
your 7, your 5, your 5, and your 7 are uh that topic plus a kigo. So not everything is it's not centered around the kigo. It's centered around this.
Right.
And for the example, it was the nagai tegami o kakitai hi. Right, that's 12. And then they added on the Kigo. Uh and they gave us some options. They were like, what do you want to add on to this? And their four options was literally Natsuno Hoshi, the summer stars, Fuyu no Hoshi, the winter stars, Aki no Hoshi, the autumn stars, and Haru no Hoshi, the spring
Spring.
stars, or the spring sky. You want to call it. You want to be make it a little more poetic. Uh, and come to find out, like they kind of presented it as a quiz, but come to find out, there is no right or wrong answer to this because the Tori Awase is literally a haiku that is supposed to be an original, like for me, an original Domo haiku, right? No
Right.
one else could have come up with this but me because it was something that happened out of my day, and I just picked a random, uh, seasonal word that I felt that fit this topic perfectly for me, right? So it's supposed to be a haiku that's overflowing with originality, and it shouldn't be. I don't say it shouldn't. It couldn't be recreated. It could probably could, but it's supposed to be kind of very original. And so and for that practice example, the nagai tegami o kakitai hi, if you added the haru no hoshi at the beginning or the end of that, at the for the five, uh, they ask you what image does that invoke? You want to write a long letter, right? In a age where we don't write letters at all. We don't really even write letters. We mail, email, send messages. So there, you must have some feelings. You have something you want to share with someone. You want to send it out, And if you think about the springtime, we just got out of a nice harsh winter, and the plum blossoms or the cherry blossoms starting to spring forth, and just evoking all these different kind of like feelings and images. Why are they writing this letter? Going out of the way to write a letter during the spring, under the spring at nighttime, because the spring stars that you're talking about, right? It gets you thinking. What made this
Right.
come
Mm-hmm.
to what made them decide to make put it in this, use this seasonal word with this topic. I think they call it the Juni-on, or the Haiku no Tane. It's the seed of the haiku. That seed is what brings forth
Mm,
the images and things, along with the key, the keyboard is what they call it, the seasonal word. So that's the kind of overview, right? That's uh, the two different ones, the two different types, and I did the easy one, the one where you just pick a topic and then you just add a random seasonal
right.
phrase to it. So it's not gonna be
Beginner
anything
friendly.
crazy, you guys. It's not gonna be crazy, but in our previous episode, we were talking about flowers, sakura, and plum blossoms. And I
Yes.
also recently went to go see the plum blossoms here in my town. They're blooming forth beautifully, and so I wanted to share with you guys, like it's kind of like literally, it's nothing crazy, but I'm
Right.
gonna share with you guys the haiku.
Very nice.
All right, you guys listen to this. Ume no kyo mini kitai shunpuya. And that's it. That's the haiku.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So let if we break it down, it's the ume no ki o mini ikitai hi to
Hmm?
to ya. And the ya is looks like an end. It's like I think it's like the old, like the classical. Don't quote me on this.
Right. The
Something
des
I
or
literally
something.
learned like 2 or 3 days ago when I remembered I had to write a haiku for you guys.
まだ初心者ですからね。
So I see. I think it's the like the equivalent of the modern da or des,
Ah,
yeah,
right.
to complete the sentence. Uh, and the shun pu is literally haru and kaze.
Ah,
With
spring
their
winds.
Chinese readings, onyon, the spring
Mm.
winds. So it evokes. So like I was out there. I was going there for work. To take pictures and things to post on the Instagram. But while I was out there, the breeze was coming in nice. It was nice, and it was still kind of, because it's still it was still going from spring, from fall, from winter
Winter,
to
yes.
spring. The wind was still kind of, it was a little chilly, but it was still a spring wind. And it was so nice. I can take off I was wearing like a short sleeve shirt out there, and because the wind is blowing, the smell of the blossoms are they were coming and hitting my nose. So this all of that is supposed to be invoked from this, right? You're supposed to see. Oh, I want to go and see the plum blossoms,
Right.
and there's a breeze, a haru, spring breeze. So you think about the plum blossoms and the smell, and the spring breeze, probably a nice weather out, and all that good stuff. I will continue to improve on my haiku skills.
Excellent.
I'll slowly go from the Toriawase to the Ichibuchitate, where it's more focused on the Kigo, and you gotta really work, really, move some stuff, make it work,
Right.
yeah. But that's the haiku for this episode. If you guys are in Japan, I don't know if any of you, any of our listeners are in Japan. You may have already gone and seen the plum blossoms from our previous episode.
Right.
And talking that we were talking about it. But if you haven't, and you don't live in Japan, or there's no you don't have access to the plum blossom, come to Japan and come see the plum blossom. Usually
Exactly.
around March, end of March, and
So yes, I think
I think maybe it's beginning of March.
by the time these episodes will be broadcasted, it won't be plum blossom season anymore. I think they will still make it for Sakura. But yeah, plus, I mean, you have 1 year to plan out your trip
Yeah,
to see the plum blossom. And if you go to Ureshinoshi, Domo will still be there to showcase you the plum blossom nandatake garden.
I'll give you I'll, I'll give you all the details, all the deets. I got you. I
Excellent,
got
excellent. Proficiency series because
you.
it's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be recorded just after that, so were not able to do the needed preparations. But for the next time, oh.
I'll just do the same one. Ume no Kiyomi ni
スマートですね。
Tai. Yeah. They're like, wait, that's the same one.
No, but if you didn't listen to the previous
Man.
episode, you will
It's
never know.
like, you never know. And then they'll go back to the others. Oh, it's the same one.
It's always the
They'll find
same
out at
one.
some point. Yeah, I'll get you guys another haiku
Great.
not the next episode, but
The next after the
the
next.
following episode when I have some the next
Very
after
nice,
not the
very nice.
part two of this segment that we have going on.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
that's all I got for you guys. Thank you for listening to my haiku, my very
Very first.
basic haiku, but we'll your very first haiku. Yeah, I true. But you guys will be
大事な一
you
歩で
guys
す
will be
ね。
along with me on the journey of becoming a haiku master.
Great.
So
I have to think about
よろしくお願いします。
I have to think about something to do myself as well. I don't want to be left behind. So, but
you want to do
that's the topic.
this one?
That's the
Hey,
topic for
no
another
worries.
discussion. Goodbye,
Yeah.
goodbye.
No worries, no worries. Bye, you guys.
See you in
Sorry
the
about
next
that.
episode. Bye bye.
Glad you're in the next episode. Bye bye.